All right, welcome in everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
So the first thing we're going to do is professionally clean out all your gutters, realign them, install our leak filter system that allows nothing to flow. Just give us a call.
Appreciate you being here on this Monday. We are live on this Monday, late evening on the West Coast. Appreciate you being here. Dustin, hello. Come on in, We're going to talk and get up to date. JJ, how are you, JJ? 8 Ball. Good to see you. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Whiskey Tango, how are you? Yes, we're a little late. I like to get information. Come on, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And we're going to talk about what he wrote. Tyler Robinson. Hey, Mike, how are you? What he wrote down. Whiskey Tango, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Floating Heart and that donation. Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate all views, and thank you for being here tonight. We're going to do a quick live. We'll stay on for maybe about an hour or less. I like to get information. I like to check all the news outlets. I like to talk with some of the representatives I know. I like to dig into information about what really happened and what's going on with Tyler Robertson, the shooter of this horrific incident that happened on September 10th. Janine, always a pleasure. Thank you for everything you do. I know it's late. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I think this video needed to come out today. And we're going to talk about, once again, Charlie Kirk and what are we hearing, the truths, and what's really happened around the internet. Appreciate you guys being here. A lot of stuff is coming out. A lot of podcasts are speaking their opinion on this, and I'm going to speak my opinion, but I like to give some of the facts what's going on. So what the DNA is bringing out, and what the Kash Patel and the FBI are hearing, and what not to believe what's going on the internet. And there's still a lot of hate out there. And I got to say, before I get into this live, I'm going to ask the question, do you think some of these people in the chat room should be investigated, maybe suspended from school, or am I going too far, or maybe even charges? Well, we're going to dip into that on this live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. A lot of stuff is going on. Written document, but Tyler Robinson is staying pretty much quiet. Hey, Richard, how are you? Yeah, Rich, I'm sorry I didn't come back on the birthday. My wife had a lot of things planned, and it just ran too late. So, let's talk about some of the fake stuff or stuff that's not true first, and then we're going to talk about the facts. But before I do, Tyler Robertson is staying very quiet, and he's saying he's not guilty. Well, we all seen that, right? They all do that. I'm not guilty. I didn't do it. I'm standing behind it. But we're going to talk about, we're going to get into what they have, the FBI, Kash Patel, and Labs. I want to say hello to Labs. Let me say hello to everybody real quick, and we're going to get into today's podcast, broadcast. Thank you for being here. Hello, Eric. Let's just say this. I'm going to just say this real quick. There's a lot of stuff going around about the transgender lover, which is true. But what's not true is, I said this before, and I know a lot of you, some of you might disagree with me. I don't think it's fair, because they're saying the transgender group organizations out there saying they predicted the September 10th was going to happen, and this, that, whatever, and they're all standing behind this incident. Let me just say this. It's not true. And even people who work with Donald Trump, President Trump, and other sources, and Kash Patel, they're saying don't believe everything. So it's we should not point fingers at that community. Just like when Luigi Mangione shot down the healthcare in New York. That's like saying, well, all Italians are bad, or all Italians are in the mob, or if a black man does it, all blacks are bad, or Hispanics, or gays, or whites. It's not true, and there's no evidence leading to that. But there's some conspiracy theories that are saying they predicted this. Well, it's out there. You guys, you could say, you can agree yes or no, but I'm telling you what I'm hearing, and even the cabinet and Kash Patel and Pam Bondi and even Donald Trump is saying, let's not believe everything we're hearing. It's just not right. Now, I'm not here saying to support transgender or don't support it. It's not my cup of tea. I have a hard time figuring out, but it's not just fair. It's unfair to say that. Let's just get that out. I'll probably say this 2 or 3 times. It's just not fair. Okay? It's not fair for the gay community. It's just not fair for any of that. Now, on the other side, He was a faith. Charlie Kirk believed in God. And on the other side, it's not fair for people who don't believe, and I don't judge, in Jesus Christ or God to say there's not, right? So that's unfair too. If you believe in God, you believe in the Holy Spirit, you believe whatever you believe in, you have that right. Now remember, this administration, previous administration, Biden and Kamala Harris were kind of taking that away a little bit, right? They wanted to take away Merry Christmas, and I'm getting off topic a little bit, and that's unfair too. You know, Donald Trump is state, you know, common sense, what you believe, and that kind of stuff. So I just want to get that out there. Hey guys, thank you so much for liking these videos and subscribing. I appreciate you all. Thank you for all the short likes. I appreciate it as we help out the homeless who are struggling. It's just like saying all the homeless people are lazy or all the homeless people have addictions, which I still help. It's just not true, right? And we got to separate that stuff as a nation on both sides, on the left and the right. Now, one thing we know for sure, hey, appreciate Mari. Hey, good to see everybody. I'm seeing some older subscribers, new subscribers. Thank you so much. We are late. I appreciate it. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I wanted to come live for a little bit and express my thoughts. This is my thoughts and what I know. And the facts are, this is not true about the transgender community. Now, let's dip into some things. So Tyler Robertson is being investigated, and he's saying he's not guilty. He had no part of the assassination. And he even goes a little farther in saying, why would I have anything against Charlie Kirk? But here's what we have. What we have is a confession on Discord a few hours before this happened. He went on Discord and he pretty much wrote and typed in that he's thanking all his audience, his subscribers, on behalf of you will not be seeing me anymore, and went even farther and said there's some bad things going to happen, and he mentioned Charlie Kirk's name. So, you know, pretty hard when you take that away. In the old days, we didn't have internet. You had a written confession. Well, now, with all this internet, he said this on Discord. Okay, they have confirmation on this. And by the way, one more thing. There's people out there saying that's not really Charlie Kirk. It's two different pictures. We're going to get into that too. Hey, let me just stop for a second. Shout out to the, thank you for that donation on there. Is it Corpse Mankind? Corpse Mankind? Thank you. Sorry, Corpse Mankind. Charlie challenged Israel several times, including the night before he died. TPUSA is too big to turn against genocide. I'm really hoping it's wrong. Hey, thank you for that comment. Thank you for that donation. And, you know, a lot of different comments. And you have that right on comments. I think it's only fair. So the written document's 100% true. Kash Patel knows that. FBI knows that. It's out there. They're not going to tell us everything, but they have enough, because here's another thing. You ready? They have evidence. Okay, they have evidence of a screwdriver with his fingerprints, his DNA. Screwdriver. Okay, screwdriver. A screwdriver. A screwdriver with evidence. A screwdriver, right? Evidence on a screwdriver, and in addition to a towel. There was a towel left behind with his DNA and fingerprints. So, you know, that's evidence to go forward with prosecution on first-degree murder, on a federal charge, probably a state charge. I'm not an attorney, but when you have a screwdriver, okay, with hand fingerprints, no gloves on, and a towel. So you guys are hearing that. A towel, screwdriver, multiple evidence, and in addition, on Discord, on typing it in, not the chat, this Tyler Robertson saying, I'm going to miss you all, bad things are going to happen. And this happened about 2 hours or so before the assassination took on September 10th, approximately 12:30 there in Utah time, West Coast time. So they have that. So that is the confession, and his father, who turned him in, whose father went to the bishop. He was a Mormon. And by the way, we got to stop calling out Mormons on this. Not all Mormons do this. Actually, most Mormons probably don't do this, or blaming Catholics or Mennonites or Jehovah's Witness or non-beliefs. It's just not right. I'm hoping that some of you can digest this from me, because that has to stop. It's just not fair for the Mormon community. It's not fair if a Catholic did this stuff, or non-belief Baptists, all religion, right? You should be proud what you are. One bad guy does not hurt the whole religion. One bad guy should not hurt the transgender. One bad person should not hurt the gay, blacks, Italians. It's just not fair. We don't understand what's going on through people's heads. I will give you my view, what I think needs to improve in a couple of minutes. But before I do that, I'll read some comments and then we're going to get into my view. He said this. Sorry. He also said this. One thing, I'll read the messages. Tyler Robertson's, I quote, says this. He says to his Discord, bad news. These are the words. Bad news. All of you are going to be sad. Sad. Thank you for everybody's support. I quote. This is from this shooter. And bad things going to happen. And then he also mentioned the September 10th and that this will happen, assassination. So that's written documents, guys. And I'm not here to say it's a slam dunk, but it doesn't look good for this guy. And by the way, this transgender lover in a transition to be a woman, he's given all what he knows to the authorities. Okay? He's given all the information to the authorities, what he knows. Now, whether it's all the truth, so, he is cooperating with the authorities. Okay, he is given what he knows. So at this point, we should not take it out on the lover. Now, if there was something where he wasn't helping out and they found evidence that he was in charge, then you prosecute him, the transgender. But even if that was so, we should not take it out on that community. Now, I said what I had to say, and I'm not here to say support the community of transgender or gay or straight or non-beliefs. I'm just giving you reality on how we can be better, all of us, whether you're religious, non-religious, or Republican, Democrat, don't like Trump. It has to stop. So I want to spread that, because this is coming from me. I am 59. I was 59 years old. I've seen it all. I grew up with all this stuff happening back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I got to say, it's taken a turn for the worse. And I blame part of it on, well, first of all, you blame Tyler Robertson, right? But I blame another part of it, of so much of this fake news, some of these chats, and could help lead to this. Now, so in this Discord, there is over 20 people or more in Discord chat who were on that chat at the time. He had more followers. I'm not going to get into that. But 20 were in that chat, and he confessed. I got bad news. You're not going to see me anymore. Knowing that he was going to do this, and confessed in the written, not on a piece of paper, but typed it in from his IP address, from his phone or his laptop or whatever he used. I don't know. That's a confession. That's like a written confession. You're not going to hide that. That's not going to go away. And the screwdriver, a screwdriver that most of us use to fix things, was on there. I don't know what he was doing with the screwdriver. I have no idea on that, but he has fingerprints and a towel. I don't know why he had a towel, but he had a towel there. So with that said, that is enough evidence going forward. Now, I'll read some comments, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on what is going to happen, and also on how we can fix this as a nation. I appreciate it, JJ. Thank you. Thank you all for being. Hey, thank you, all of you. And I run into some of you in Vegas, and I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for supporting the homeless. I really appreciate it on there. So thank you. At the end of the day, I'm going to continue helping the homeless, even though there's some risk with me and my wife sometimes. We're going to continue doing, because I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to help the people that need, even if some of them are illegal. Even though I'm against illegals, I'm conservative. I'm going to help those in need, whether they're illegal, gay, transgender, straight, Jewish, Italian, all need help. That's what I'm going to do. You don't have to support it, but I'm going to support it, okay? And that's what Charlie Kirk was doing. Not the homeless, but he was out there spreading love, his views on politics, on religion, and I don't think, and I could be wrong, by all the videos I watched of Charlie Kirk, and I didn't follow him too much, not because I didn't dislike him, I just don't have a lot of time to spend on internet watching all these great podcasts. But I will say this, I never thought that he was trying to persuade anybody to be religious, and I don't think he was trying to persuade everybody to be conservative or to support Donald Trump. He was just laying out his views and the reality on the last administration. That's what he was doing. Whether he was correct, just like I'm not always correct. I'm not always correct, but he was just spending his view, just like you guys have your views. If you had a YouTube or Facebook, you're just giving your thoughts. As long as you're not threatening anybody or making any kind of racist comments, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think Trump is 100% supported this. I actually think Democrats, some are too. The problem with the Democrat Party, they're scared to say their piece. Now, there's so much hate going on the left, and I'm tired of it. There's so much hate, and I'm getting sick to my stomach, and they're really destroying their party. They are. I've said this before. My mom is a Democrat. Anymore, she doesn't even know what the hell to think of the party. She's been Democrat all the way from Kennedy, and she says, I'm disgusted with the Democrat Party. She's still not on board with Trump, and she shouldn't have to be, just because I'm her son. And it's just telling me she's embarrassed on some of the left on what they're saying, the politicians, people. It's just out of control. Yes or no? Yes or no? It's out of control. Now, I'll jump into some comments here, and then I'll get back to my thoughts. Let me get some water.
He was an amazing guy.
Charlie Kirk was an amazing guy. According to Donald Trump, and by what I witnessed, he was an amazing person, blessed from God. And I'm going to say that because I believe in God. And if you don't, then that's fine. Let me look in the camera. That's fine. But he was blessed from God, put on this earth at 31 years, spoke for the last whatever years. And for me, God puts us on earth. Each and every one of us are blessed in certain ways. Some are good with words. Some are good on speaking. Some are good on writing. Some are good with just love. We are all blessed. And if you're not, and you think you're not, that's baloney. Because each and every one of you are blessed. We are blessed. Now, what we do with our being blessed, that's a whole nother story. Some people choose to go off. I don't understand why. I'm not a physician, and blank, I don't even know if the doctors who study this really know, right? But we're all blessed, and we should never change who we are at all. And if you're a Democrat and you believe that Democrats going to change, you should stand behind that. And same thing with being a conservative or a Trump supporter, or don't even care about politics. Now I'm going to tell you what I think went wrong with this shooter in a second. All right, what do we have here? Let me read some comments here. Madison, what can I do to continue Charlie's legacy as a young Republican? Hey, Madison, that's a good question. Madison, a beautiful question. As a Republican, I know you said Republican, or even as a Democrat, you should be out there expressing your thoughts that you are coming from you, right? Don't be a Charlie Kirk. Be who you are, Madison, and express your views on the Republican conservative values up to today. That's my advice. I mean, you want to go back 20 years, 30 years, that's up to you. But I think people like you, Madison, could make a change and your words. So thank you for that comment. Hey, Bruce Matthews, thank you for the membership. I'm doing well, Bruce. Doing well. Just turned 59, and I am feeling all 59 years for the first time in my life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, you're very, very welcome, Madison. Great question. I just so happened to look down, and that question came out. Very beautiful, great question. Rest in peace, Vicky, man. God bless Israel. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That God used like he used the great Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Can we see people
Matthew says, subscriber here on the chat, we all need to look inside ourselves and come to we are as people. Yes, I love that comment. I really do. Hey, thank you for all the memberships. Madison, another great comment, guys. I'm going to read Madison again. Charlie, in Madison's mind, was a guy that I looked up to, and he changed my life. You know, see, that's a great comment. First of all, let me do a shout out and thank you for the donation of $10 donation here from Jacob Hendricks, who's donated to this channel a couple times. Hey, Sal, have you seen the video of the kid destroying the memorial of Charlie Kirk? I did not. And your second part, the crazy thing is he was wearing, I did hear about it. Crazy thing, he was wearing the same shirt as the shooter. Charlie Kirk is deceased, but his movement isn't. Thank you for that beautiful comment. I did not see it. I heard, and that's just, I was going to say disgusting, but you know what? It's just people not finding who they are. So I know a lot of you want to hear me say the disgusting, but it's just, it's unstable. The world's upside down. And we got to get this world back. And how do we get it back? Well, it's finding ourselves. You thought I was going to say finding religion. No, it's finding who we are. Because you could find religion. Lemon J, thank you for being here, Lemon J. You can find religion. But do you really know the religion? Not until you find yourself. You hear me say that all the time. If you don't find yourself, you don't love yourself. How could you love your spouse, your partner, your kids? It doesn't mean you're a terrible person, by the way. But you got to find yourself, yes. Our Stephen. Thank you for your comment, Stephen. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, and you know, I don't. So what's that mean? I didn't understand your question too much. Yeah. Yes, I am a Trump supporter, and by the way, for you guys who are new, I've called Trump out, and I know my loyal subscribers, moderators, maybe my wife even called me out, saying, "Why are you calling Trump out?" So I do call out Trump. I just so happen believe he's trying as a president. It's more than a lot of the past presidents. That's my belief. But I have no problem calling Donald Trump out or myself out. And that should be done when Trump fumbles the ball or says something ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I believe Trump's got us in the right foundation, right direction. He is human. He's not perfect. So yes, I have Donald Trump. I'm a supporter. Support the American flag. Support common sense. Support a lot of things, Donald Trump. Do I support everything Trump is doing? Not everything. Not everything. Hey, shout out to Israel. We are watching you from Israel. Hey, thank you, Israel. God bless you, each and every one of you. I truly mean that.
I can't wait for you to hear well again, so I won't have to scream.
I'm not bald yet, but I'm almost there. For the person who says bald head. Appreciate everybody for being here. Let me read some comments here that kind of make a little sense. Let me shout out to Lori Wagner, loyal subscriber and moderator. I don't stand behind everything anyone has seasoned. Anyone has a well-seasoned mom. Sorry, got my words twisted. Sorry, Lori. Babysitter lady and now grandma. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate Lori, our loyal subscriber and moderator and big supporter. Hello for all the highs. Hello. Hi. I have a trouble pronouncing some of the names. I apologize. So if I don't call out your name, I don't like to butcher it.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation. Call or go to
Vincent, I didn't see your comment. Do not take anything personal. We have a lot of comments that are coming in, and I appreciate all the comments. Yes, Madison, I agree.
You go to beaches so your kids will be entertained.
Hey, I'm doing real well. Thank you. Appreciate that.
By the Caribbean.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you, JJ. 8 Ball. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. So, a lot of different comments, you know, on the Charlie Kirk assassination. I agree, Madison. Bruce, thank you for asking. Not looking good, Bruce. But, you know, one door closes. Bruce, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, my business. Hey, Terry, how are you? Shout out to Bama and Terry, another loyal subscriber. It looks like they're going to be eliminating my position before Christmas, so I got a plan too. There's a couple options I have. I'm looking at a smaller gym. And sometimes God, here we go again, God closes one door, opens up another door for me and Bruce. And hey, I'll take it one day at a time, and I'm only going to grow from there. Maybe my time is up on personal training, or maybe not. Maybe it's time to downgrade. I don't know. But it's not looking good at the moment. A place that I love for 27 years are eliminating my position. So I'm sad of that. Sad I'm going to miss that corporation, although I'll still support them and be a member, and we'll take it from there. So thank you, Bruce, for caring, and remember, I appreciate that so much. Excuse me.
So good, and it really makes me feel so full.
Hey man, oh, somebody's getting married? Let me read that. Hey man, I'm getting married soon. Please give me and my family in your good wishes. Hey, first of all, congratulations, and God bless you and your family, and remember that day as you grow old into that marriage. So congratulations, and communicate well with your partner, or you're not sure, and take it one day at a time. As I've been married over 30 years already.
The nightcap. It's Marianne Rafferty, Ashley Strohmeyer, Julian Epstein, the head coach, Siaka Massaquoi.
Jordan Bennett, a subscriber in the chat, says we need to come together as a country. Yes, Jordan, we do. We do need to come together, and I think it's going to happen, Jordan. I think it's going to happen. I really do. I think this will change. I think, here we go with God again. I think God put Charlie Kirk as an angel here, and it's possible that this can change the best on politics. It will never be perfect, but more people will be out speaking through Charlie in their own way. Erica Kirk, the wife, some great. She's not going anywhere, so she's making it like she's going to be out there speaking. The producer, so they're not going to go anywhere. So that's. And I expect his wife will be out there talking down the road, not right away, of course. She's grieving, you know. What's out, Savannah? What's up, Savannah? Hey, Kevin, I appreciate it. I really do. And Kevin, it's all thank you to you and everybody on here. What do you mean? Everybody who's subscribing, liking, and the great words like that, Kevin West, I think it was Kevin West, right? Makes me stronger to continue helping the homeless and less fortunate. So I appreciate that great comment. I really do. Hey, Christopher Green, shout out. Celebrating 4 months of members. Just wants to say hello to everyone. Shout out to Christopher Green, 4 months a member on our station. So thank you. Volt Carter, shout out. Loyal subscriber, long time subscriber. Hey, I appreciate all new subscribers, older subscribers, for those who are busy with work and life, who coming on and for a few minutes and chatting. Hey, if you're new, if you feel comfortable, let us know you're new. And also, if you want to go farther, so let us know what state you're coming in from. Doesn't have to be the city. What state you're coming in for, if you feel comfortable. Connie, how are you? Hey, Brittany, thank you so much.
My name is Whitney Allen.
Oh, Brittany, I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your support. Hey, make sure you also support your other YouTube channels, guys, and show them some love with a like. What's up, Louisiana? I'm 59. Saturday, I turned 59.
With ShipStation, you can manage and fulfill all your orders in one place. Plus, you get more
Jose, what's going on, Jose, in California? Dylan, how are you? Fernando, love that name. What's going on, Fernando? Canada, God bless. Thank you for the birthday wish. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. Had a good one. My wife made it great. The family made it great. My mom made it great. Sent me some wine. North Carolina, what's going on, Kyrie? Like that name, too. Newsom, 28RR, thank you for your comment. I disagree, but you're welcome. That's your perspective. And, hey, chilling. All right, good. San Diego, beautiful San Diego. Hey, Whiskey Tango, thank you so much for the donations there. Seeing that, thank you so much. I'll read a few more comments, and I'm going to get into how this can change my perspective and that kind of stuff in a little bit. South Louisiana, Iowa City, Iowa. Nico. What's up, Jersey? I'm from Vineland. Grew up in South Philly, Vineland, Egg Harbor. Shout out to New Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. England. What's going on, England? Appreciate England. Juan, how are you? Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Yep, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I'm sure he's resting. I'm sure he's looking down and saying, keep speaking. I don't mean me, but his wife, family. Well, he's probably saying everybody, right? I think, in my belief, only my belief, thank you. Brother-in-law got me his hat. I think he's looking down saying, everybody speak. And I think he means both parties, common sense. I really do. I really believe. He's in heaven. He's saying, speak, speak. Don't be afraid. Keep going. Let's not live in fear. But we got to be cautious, right? We got to be cautious. I am not a pastor. But shout out to the pastors. Absolutely fine common ground. Great comment. The United States is divided. It is, but it's got to be put back together. It does. Oh, thank you, Jeff. It's got to be put back together. We need to come together. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. Yep. Yep. Whiskey, that happened to me the other night. Our own chat was doing that. What do I do besides YouTube? I'm a personal fitness trainer. I used to teach a little boxing, and that's what I do. Well said, Lori. Well said. Strong comments. Well, you always have strong comments or good comments. So thank you, Lori. Appreciate you. On the what's that, Mr. Bigglesworth? Do you think having better gun control, register for guns owners makes sense? I don't know what makes sense anymore. I hate to say what a lot of conservatives say, but it's really the person that is behind a weapon. In my belief, do they need to make some of the make some tougher for people? Maybe. I don't have all the answers for that, but I believe that if you don't have protection, if somebody in an event would hurt you, how do you defend yourself on there? Hey, Terry, shout out to Terry with a super chat of $10. Sorry, I'm on your birthday. I hope you had an awesome day. Terry, thank you so much. Just a little to get you a cigar for your birthday. I appreciate it. I'll send you more for homeless later. Terry, you don't have to do anything but sit back, relax. I know you're going through some difficult times, but thank you. I will get a cigar. Matter of fact, Terry, I'll get one tomorrow. So thank you. By the way, 100% of the donations we forward to the homeless, unless somebody who says get a cigar or get something like that, I will go ahead and grab myself a cigar. So thank you, Terry. Appreciate that so very much. Yeah. So thank you. And you're holding #1 top fan. All right, so I'll read a few more, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on what needs to be done with the young, the older, like me, and older, all of us, religious, non-religious, black and white, Hispanic. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Shout out to Lemon J, who's always here and support my shorts. Hey, Lemon J, thank you so much on behalf of Maribel and myself on those beautiful words that are beautiful written out and describing on what we are doing as a community on helping the homeless. So Maribel says thank you, and I say thank you so very much. And I know you're sitting there like that, but thank you.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk's right there. Right there. There's a lot of evil.
Fernando, are you from the left or the right? I voted Democrat before. I'm not making this up. I'm just so happen a Trump supporter. I vote on how I feel our nation's going forward, Fernando, and the values that I feel are right for me, my family. that's what I do. You know, I am a registered Republican, but I voted Democrat. I think I was a registered Democrat. You want the truth? That's the truth. I voted for Bill Clinton, voted for Bush, who was horrible in my opinion. So yeah, you ask, I give.
Anti-Charlie Kirk graffiti message over the weekend. Look at this.
I am looking up a little bit because I watching football a little bit, but I want to share this important. I was going to say important topic. It's just I think it will be important for some of you on my thoughts in a minute and where we stand and where we need to be. So if you see me look up, that's what I'm looking up for. Gene Claude Van Dam. Oh, sorry, Gene. I'm only kidding. Thank you for your comment, Gene. Gene Claude Chuck Lee. Sorry, Gene. I was just joking around. Thank you for your comment. I somewhat agree.
As these beautiful, tributes continue to show just how big of a
Yeah, sometimes you vote for politicians or you vote for a senator, a mayor, and it doesn't turn out like you think it should turn out. Sometimes you vote for a president, a governor, a mayor, and it turns out better. Sometimes you decide not to vote at all. I'm not going to say anything on that, but that's just life. We can't predict the outcome sometimes. Great question. That guy. Interesting. Why did you vote for Trump? So that guy, thank you for that question. So, I voted for him 3 times. But, so, during the pandemic, really, when I was also thinking that, well, maybe I shouldn't. Be honest, it crossed my mind. But when I sat here, was it that man? Hold on. Let me just make sure. I got to go back. Sorry. Oh, that guy. Sorry. That guy. When I was watching, a shout out to Christopher Green. Not voting is a choice if you put thoughts into it. Absolutely, Christopher. When I was watching, we were going through that pandemic. Terrible. Trump gave us hope. Now you say, whoa, that's why you did it? He sounded positive. Not like the majority of the Democrats. And I seen the party, in my opinion, changing. I think it changed after Bill Clinton. Some of you might say, no, it changed before that. But I voted for Bill Clinton. So anyhow, you asked me. I liked somebody who was positive. And I was thinking a lot of the things that he was thinking, like, with the administration and the Biden it was running, everything was negative, hate, and common sense was taken away. Like, the flag and a lot of things that was going on in sports, kneeling, the religious, and I'm not saying Trump was perfect. So I had to look and say, all right, do I go with Trump, in this case, Trump, or do I could go back, or do I support a group that's not organized? It's simply hey, shout out to Cooper. For me, it was a group that was so unorganized with so much hate. Not all the Democrats, but a lot of hate. Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders. I was afraid that this nation would be socialism, pay us through checks and things like that. So that's what made me decide Trump. Again, I'm not saying that Trump is perfect, but that's... Hey, shout out to Cooper. 13 months of membership. Nice to see you. How's the family? Well, first of all, thank you. Family's good. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hopefully you had a Virgo special day. Shout out to the Virgo. Shout out to everybody. And family's doing okay. We're doing good. Thank you. Appreciate it. How do I feel about Trump now? I feel good. I feel that he's accomplishing everything that I voted for. He's hit some bumps. I don't want to get into the bumps right now because it might get off topic. I've called him out, and I know you might be saying, oh, sure, you called him out. I've called him out multiple times, and where I even heard it from friends of mine. Hey, are you sure you're Republican? But he is, if I had to give him a report card, a lot of A's. A lot of A's on that report card. So I feel great. I feel that Donald Trump is doing a fantastic job. Now, there's certain things that come out of his mouth. I disagree. But, with that said, I know that the other way is just not good. Whoa! We just got a dropping out. I want to just a special shout out. We just got a $100 donation from the sign keeper. And that's not, and I know he's saying, don't worry about it. But a big help to keep the homeless supported, the lives continue. Thank you the sign keeper. Thank you, everybody, to make this station and to pass it forward to help out these people that are struggling on the streets of Las Vegas. So thank you so very much. Sign keeper, 2 high five fist bumps, and I know you're saying, but thank you so very much. Thank you. God bless you and your family. You do not have to do that. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's truly hard to believe that this happened and that there could be such hate and evil in our country.
Yes, it is, Cooper. With the help from everybody and yourself and your donations. And you're saying the same thing, Cooper. It's okay. It helps fight homelessness. And again, if you're just coming in, we do help out the homeless on here, each and every one of you. If you're just coming on, how did I help? You help by just coming on. Even the people who disagree with me, the haters, little people, aka trolls, everybody helps. So thank you. It helps the YouTube algorithm to bring in new guests, older subscribers. Thank you, moderators. So it's really nice to able to forward this on, put a smile, like today's video on the couple on the street. I don't know if you watched it. I had 1 cup of coffee, and it was just McDonald's today. I watch this couple. I help them out 2-3 times a week. They were so thankful, and that makes me more to help out. And just tears in their eyes, but also tears of joy that someone is talking to them, living on the street. As I'll say this again, nobody belongs on the streets unless they want to. And we're going to continue our fight for the fighting homelessness here in Las Vegas. And by the way, I encourage everybody to do it in your neck of the woods. Use your own judgment. Help out with a conversation. You notice I said conversation first, then a water. Any little thing helps them out. They are human, every single one of them out on the streets, whether it's Las Vegas, California, England, Canada, wherever they might be. There's homeless everywhere. So thank you.
And of course, if we do, we will also indict and work hand in hand.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts here on Charlie Kirk and the shooter.
Is there anything you could tell us about the...
Real quick, a recap where we started off at, in case you're just coming on. Here's a recap. First of all, a recap. There's a lot of fake information on the internet about transgender community, and I don't think it's fair. Okay? It's not fair when Luigi Mangione, who's 100% Italian like me, are saying all Italians are bad, or people that are in unorganized crime are all unorganized crime, or all Spanish people are bad, or all gay people. We don't know why people go cuckoo. I don't know. I don't think most doctors know, right? So there was news out there that there was like a so-called quote-unquote organization with transgender all getting together, predicting behind this. I don't want to say his name. We'll just say the person. Why should we give him the fame who assassinated Charlie Kirk? And he organized it, or they were behind him. That's simply not true. There might have been some that were for him, some who supported Luigi Mangione because he was a good-looking man, some. But it doesn't mean any of them that should be, thought of something else, right? So, with that said, I wanted to say it's not true, and it's unfair, okay? Now, as far as the roommate who was a transgender lover, a man transitioned to a woman, he's given all the information to the authorities, according to the authorities. Now, I'm not here to say it's true. I'm just telling you what we're hearing from the FBI, Kash Patel. The roommate is cooperating with authorities. So, at this point, they can't really arrest him, of this person. So, at this point, he is given what he knows, or she knows, okay? And I'm not joking, but anyhow, so that's unfair. Also unfair to blame the father and the mother, because at this point, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. They can't be charged because there's no evidence that the mother and father had anything to do with it, right? That's my thoughts, okay? You guys can have your thoughts. Now, but what we do know is this. He wrote on Discord. He went into a chat with 20 people or more in a chat. I'll recap, guys. I know I said this before. Those are coming in late or later. He wrote on Discord, I quote, I'm admitting he admitted on, sorry, excuse me, I admitted on Discord. He said, I got bad news. I got bad news to the group. He says, I'm going to do a bad thing. It's going to be very sad. You're not going to see me. Right there. Still not guilty. But then he shows, I will be, assassinating Mr. Charlie Kirk. And he did his 2 hours. This is from the authorities, what they know, what they can tell us. That's out there. That I'm going to do this horrific assassination. So that's a written on Discord. Okay. Also, he had a screwdriver. All right. Most people use a screwdriver to fix things. I'm not saying he had that screwdriver to do anything bad, but he had a screwdriver. Okay. He had a screwdriver and there's fingerprints on that screwdriver, and also a towel. And there's evidence, DNA, on the towel and the screwdriver. So that's leading to this prosecution of first-degree murder and much more on this terrible person. I'm not going to say his name anymore. So that's what we have, and that's what we have got. And by the way, when this lover turned into the authorities, the father called the bishop, the Mormon, I think it's called a bishop. If you're a Mormon, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a bishop, and said to the bishop, help me, meaning help me get through this. And the bishop communicated with him, well, you got to do the correct thing and turn your son in. And that's what we have today on this Monday, 15th, September 15th. That's what we have on the September 15th. That's out there as public information, and that's what should be talked about. But what's instead we have, and I'm not going to call any of the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter people out there for starting some of this stuff out there, but it needs to stop, because when you falsify and make up things, you start believing your own lies. It gets out there, and what it does, it's not good. It's just not good. And I'm also going to go a little farther. I think Discord needs to reach out, and they might make some changes. Speak your opinion, but when it goes to 20 people or more in a chat, and they know this is going to happen. Okay, let me ask the chat this. Do you think the 20 people in that chat, or 30 people, whatever it was, 20 or 30 people, do you think they should be held responsible somehow? Yes or no? According to Discord, the 20 or 30 people in that chat at the time who knew about it, or even go forward and said something like, go ahead and do it, yes or no? That guy says no. Jennifer says yes. Absolutely, if it's true, from Lori. Richard says no. So I appreciate all these comments. See, everybody has a yes. John says yes. I was going to say this, though. I think they should at least take a closer look at some of the chat. And also YouTube. Look at some of what's going on with all this AI and highlight some of the stuff. And I don't mean disagreements. I'm talking about wishing harm on anybody, not just Charlie Kirk, but anybody. President, you, me. Yes or no? A Whiskey Tango says yes and no. Yeah. So, because if they don't look at these chat rooms and take it serious, then yeah, they're talking about it now on Fox. You're going to have more of this. And I'm not saying it's the chat's fault, but it is certainly like a bullion. They're bullying. Hey, Danny, how are you? Lord bless you says, God have mercy on us all. God bless you. Lord bless you. God bless you. Hey, Dolly, thank you for that comment.
Because 33 hours, and I did mention Luigi Mangione, and I did mention the Sono brothers in the Boston.
Yeah, I just think that they need to take a closer look at some stuff, because the moderators that we have. By the way, shout out to the moderators on here. Even though like on here, moderators will time out, I'll time out, other chats will time out. That should not just be the punishment on. And I'm not talking about big nose. We don't care. F you, F Donald Trump, F Biden, the orange man. I'm not talking about that. Kansas City sucks. Eagles won. I'm talking about like threats, direct threats to anybody, whether it's Trump, Bush, Biden, Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and some of these people I don't particularly care their politics, but I'm talking about threats. I think they need to jump in and report them to the authorities, and then the authorities can say, yeah, maybe, no, we'll keep an eye, or yes, we'll ban them. Something like that. Yes, no, maybe. I have it all wrong. What do you think? Dylan says, I have a question. Go ahead and put it out there, Dylan. Put it out there. Richard says, I agree with you, Sal. That guy, thank you for being here once again, that guy. Private message should be monitored for threat messages, but guns shouldn't be banned. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think you're going to see changes. I really do. Because let's rewind. A lot of these, I'm Sal. Thank you for liking, subscribing. I live in Las Vegas. The reason I'm saying I live in Las Vegas is for a couple reasons, let you know where I live. But there was a YouTuber. His name was Manny Sin City Family. He had a YouTube channel, 40-some subscribers. He was doing well in the beginning. He was funny. I subscribed to him. Then another YouTuber started to mock him, make fun of him. By the way, this Manny Wise Sin City Family took 2 beautiful lives, and both families now, the Manny's wife and kids, are going to be without a father because he'll be spent. There were some things in alive that he was saying up to the murder. And the other YouTuber was just, saying bad things about him. Some of them were true, but why? And I think, and may they rest in peace, but there's a perfect example where if maybe they were taking a closer look, or even somebody, I'll even go farther, somebody in the chat reporting it to the authorities, right? Maybe it'll be a different outlook. I think when it gets to threatening, and this guy was going around, driving around. When I say this guy, Manny, Sin City Family, he was driving around saying, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. I'm going to get you. Things like that. Now, that was enough to at least bring him in to ask him or investigate. So, there's going to be changes on Facebook, on YouTube chats, on a Discord, on X, on a lot of it. Again, I'm not saying they should prosecute the people on there, but something needs to be addressed. Something. Otherwise, it'll get worse. And again, if you're not listening to me, I'm not talking about trolls saying some stupid stuff. Even though it's bad, some of the things. I'm talking about threats. And I think Hitler needs to stop. Hitler, dictator, also from news outlets, needs to stop. That's hate. Dictator, Hitler, that's hate. And I'll even go farther. The hate on former president or committee, Biden, who I didn't prove on 0, probably go down as a president not that good. That has to stop too on him, in my opinion. So there you say. There I said it. Mr. Trump addressed that today. Oh, really, Janine? Yeah, I've been working all day. Thank you, Janine, for bringing that up. I'm sure he did. It just has to stop. Ciao. Montalbano. Again, I'm not saying it's blame, and they can't. I guess you're going to say, well, it's impossible to watch every live chat, but we do have all this AI, and they can, highlight certain things and then bring it to another tier and into another tier, and if they really don't like it, Charles Miller, hello, they can bring it to the authorities, and then they can deal with it, and then it's in their hands, right, and off the platform. So.
Include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history.
Absolutely, Richard. Yeah.
Including botulinum toxins, as these may risk of serious side effects.
Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, they have to be reported. And let me just say this, Jennifer, thank you for that comment. Let me just go a little farther. I don't like threats. But let me just say this. Even if somebody makes a threat, it doesn't mean he or she's going to do that. So stay with me. I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. But they got to investigate it and see if this person, he or she, young or old, black or white, Hispanic, gay, straight, transgender, has done this before. And, you know, then they can at least view it and see if this is an ongoing thing, you know? That's my opinion. And also, too, just out in public, you know, the world's upside down. You know, Jennifer, and everybody on here. Sorry, Jennifer, your last name, your name just popped up. This is for everybody. When I grew up, we'd go to a bar, had a beer, play some darts, pool. First of all, politics, you didn't even know who a Republican Democrat was back then. But if you disagreed on whatever, maybe it was religious, that wasn't talked about too. And you had a fight, you punched somebody, you knocked somebody down, you picked them up, right? You got on a pay phone or you got on a house phone because there's cell phones. You say, hey, I'm sorry, man. Sorry about that, dude. And most of the time it was over with. And it didn't lead. Now, did we have problems back then? Absolutely. We had a lot of problems in the 60s, a little history. But I'm just saying, I think sometimes, you know, it just gets out of control. Just like when you're in school and you had a fight. And maybe you didn't fight, but you were around that circle, remember? And you're like, go, 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 go. Now, I'm not saying you should be prosecuted, but you are part of that. And I'm not saying you should go to jail, but you should be punished or looked at in that situation. So, but what a world we're living in.
And it's your last chance to get on board the right way. Under President Trump's strong leadership, we followed the law.
I'm 56, and it was the same way in the 70s and 80s and 90s. God bless you, 56. 56, 59. Yeah, a lot of things have changed, though, in the 70s and 80s. But we talked about that before. I won't get into it. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. I'm going to read a few more comments. I appreciate everybody's support. You know, if there's one video to share, I don't know if you can share the live or not, but it can only help. And these are just my views. I don't have all the answers. Yeah. Yeah, Mary. I'm reading that. Yep. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, if you just found me, as Jennifer found me, or you're new, consider on liking. If you like. If you don't like, then that's fine. Like your next YouTube live. Subscribe and hit all so you get the notification. I'm live every day. I do take occasionally a day off like yesterday, so I don't get burned out. So, and I think it's good for all of us. And I say this a lot, Levin J. Thank you so much for reporting at 82, 84 likes. Before you go on social media, just my social media, excuse me, it's been a long day. Make sure you spend time with yourself, your partner, your husband, your wife, your kids, your grandkids. Then, social media is a great thing. Go on. Have fun, meet internet friends, most people you won't meet, interact, maybe you'll meet them, maybe you fall in love, maybe you find some friendship. A lot of it's good. Matter of fact, 85% is good, right? But at the same time, just be careful on how much time we spend away from our families. I appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting our live and the videos and everybody else. So we should continue, but we just gotta, there's a guideline there, I think, right? Or no, yes or no, maybe not. I think there's something we gotta consider. Thank you, Lemon J. I hear you, Jennifer. So thank you for all the likes and subscribing. Appreciate you. English teacher, Viva Donald Trump. English teacher. God bless our English teachers and all teachers. Need more teachers. Ranch Green, I'm reading your comment. I don't believe that, but that's your comment and your. Thank you for sharing that, Jennifer. I know that, Ranch Green. I've heard that too, but until we get, and there's nothing wrong with that comment, Ranch Green. But I like to get more information if that's true. So I can't say I agree because I don't know how true that is. You know, on
around the world, many young people, they don't rightly shake it to the
all
core
right.
over all of this. Remember, these college kids alive today, they don't have a memory of 9/11. They weren't born yet. The vigils and the outpouring from young people.
Yes, Lori,
is so
exactly.
incredibly inspiring.
Yeah, you got to get the facts. You know, sometimes, Jennifer, even if you get the facts, sometimes the facts aren't. You know what I mean? I hate to make this more complicated than it is, depending where you get that information. I like to wait for not just one news outlet. I like to wait for a lot of the outlets. I still like Wall Street Journal online. And I will say this. Maybe I can't. Nah, we'll leave it alone. I was going to say something to TMZ, but I better not. Mustang Mike, what's going on?
Teachers, people that are supposed to be responsible for the health and the
Gerardo, yes.
openly,
Yes.
publicly,
Yes.
public assassination, that is a cancer in our society.
What do you want me to say about January 6th?
These anonymous people,
What are you hoping I say?
living in their parents' basement in their underwear, spewing vile,
I will share this.
disgusting,
If you, I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, gay, straight, whatever you think you are, you should never, if you speak and you like to speak and voice your views, don't stop. Don't stop. All right. We got to be cautious. My thoughts are, well, obvious in the near future, we got to do indoor events. But even with indoor events, you're not safe, right? We should not ever live in fear, my opinion. But maybe outdoor events should be bulletproof when you're a high profile like Charlie Kirk, or you're a religion speaking, or you're an organization speaking, or you're HOA. I don't know. But when you're having thousands of people, 3,000, 2,000, I don't know the number. They better have bulletproof.
but it is critical. We see evil.
Very nice words from English teacher. I'm just going to repeat that. Charlie Kirk is in our hearts. Amen, my friend. And whether you support his views, I mean, Stephen A. Smith said it the best. I keep saying Stephen A. Smith, Democrat, whatever. He says it has to stop. He said blacks, whites, Hispanic. He's on ESPN. He goes, it has to stop. Both sides. He said it the best. Come together. So hopefully some youth, a lot of people look at Stephen A. Smith on his views. Whiskey Tango. Yeah, well said. Well said. All right. Hey, guys, I always like to end my lives with giving you guys 2 to 3 minutes to chat and say goodnight to those who are chatting among each other. That's great. So for those who are chatting among each other, maybe it was a disagreement or agreement. I'm not saying make up, but maybe it's time to say goodnight to each other. For those you were chatting with, have a little respect. And that it should start. It should be like that. Not every YouTuber saying that, but everybody like a handshake. Hey, I disagree with you still. Have a good night. I agree with you. Have a good night. That kind of stuff, right? I'm not talking about hate, but hey, I'm a Democrat. I'm not going to change. I'm a Republican. I'm not going to change. I'm a Trump supporter. Hey, I disagree with you. Have a good night. God bless or whatever. If we do more of that, perhaps it'll fix a lot of this going forward. Not all of it, but some of it. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to chat back and forth as I wrap up this live. Let's keep Charlie Kirk's thoughts in our prayers and thoughts with us. Thank you so very much, guys. Appreciate everybody on here. Hey, once again, shout out to the sign keeper. Shout out to everybody who's donated to help the homeless and help our lives continue. And sponsoring. I call it sponsoring the live. So shout out. We really appreciate. Shout out to Janine, Mike M, Lori, Lemon J, Richard. If I missed any of the moderators, I apologize. Those are the ones I seen. Shout out to Whiskey Tango, who's also helped sponsoring these lives. Shout out. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sending a high five my way. So right back. High five fist bump. Thank you. All right, guys, I want to wrap things up. Thank you so much on this later Monday. God bless. God bless this world. God bless our President Trump. Let's give the wife of Charlie Kirk, Erica, keep her and the kids in our prayers, the family, and going forward, more love, less hate, disagree, but high five, handshakes, and then continue. Hey, I'll see you guys on the next live. Take care. Take care, guys. God bless everybody. Hey, have a great, productive Tuesday and the rest of your week. If I don't see you between now and the next live, take care. Good night.
Charlie Kirk alongside a Houston highway instead of